Yo everyone, what is going on? My name's Kane and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm bringing you a very exciting video because AFL is having a brand new video game called AFL Evolution. I keep calling it Revolution, but it's starting to dent in my mind that it's Evolution. AFL Evolution is the title of the brand new game. It was classified a few days ago for the Xbox One and PS4. No word on the PC yet, but I'm pretty sure maybe it'll be on the PC, and no word on last gen consoles from what I know. Before I get started in this video, I would just like to tell you to all go and follow my Instagrams. A footy Instagram, which is _Aussie footy _, wrestling Instagram, which is _Aussie wrestling _, and a Pokemon Instagram, which is _Aussie Pokemon _. All of them are down in the description below, so please go and follow them if you like footy, wrestling, Pokemon, and also there's my main personal Instagram, which is Aussie FIFA. Anyway, let's get into the video, which is my AFL Evolution wish list / what I want to see in the games. Now, I believe there is, I didn't really count how many there were. I just wrote some down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 9 to 10 on here. So yeah, let's get into it. In the background, you can see some AFL Live gameplay. I was not playing as either team. I just let the computer play out pretty much. So first off, something like Ultimate Team. Now, obviously it doesn't have to be called Ultimate Team on NBA, it's called My Team, and something where you can create a squad of players and you can have, for example, gold, silver and bronze, or whatever type of cards, and it's basically kind of like collecting footy cards, but you can actually play video games. You can play in-game with your team. Now, I know it might be complicated with the amount of players on the field in AFL, and the positions might be a little bit complicated, since in AFL you have players who are utility players, you have players who play in the midfield, but of course there are those essential players who play in their main position every single game, so they could pull off something kind of like Ultimate Team. I don't think it will be an AFL Evolution, it is just something I was thinking about, kind of like a wish list. Next, a better career mode, infinite career mode, so you can play it for however long you want to, just like AFL Premiership 2007. That was a fantastic game for the PS2, and we have different player and coach modes for career. So instead of being a player coach like you were in AFL Live 2, where you had to have a player, that really annoyed me, honestly. I just wanted to be a coach, or just be a player. So if you just want to be a player, you can have just a player mode where you can sign endorsement deals, you can go to public events, you can play for your team, you can request a trade to a specific club, you can start down in the rookies and build your way up, have the draft. At the draft you get drafted, and then from there on out you can play your first season. If you don't like the club you're at, you can ask to have a better role, ask for more money, ask for a better contract, ask to re-sign, ask to move on to a new club, things like that. That would be amazing in my opinion if they can include features like that, if not all those features, because I think all those features would be pretty easy for them to implement, and it would really capture what it feels like to be an AFL player. Next up, the coach mode, basically the mode we had in AFL Live 2, but just a coach, no player. So you can make trades, you can organise the contracts, you can organise the team. Of course, you'll be able to play the games and other things like that. Next up, missions and challenges. Like in AFL Live 2004, my personal game where I think was either AFL Live 2003 or 2004, which I started playing AFL games on. And yeah, missions and challenges. So missions, you can create your own mission. You can come back from 40 points down, 30 points down, 20 points down, or you can recreate one in the past, such as maybe Richmond, Sydney. Maybe they'll include specific missions, or you can create your own mission, kind of basically like AFL Live 2004. But challenges, I think you should have set goals, maybe in specific matches, and if you complete those challenges, you get a reward. So say kick, I don't know, maybe take 5 contested marks in a quarter, maybe have specific amount of whatever in a quarter, specific amount of whatever in a game, just things you can try and do in the game to enhance your experience. Next, ability to download and upload squads, logos, Guernseys, and more. So I'm thinking kind of like the WWE community creations, where you can download and upload. So what they need to do is, because in AFL Live 2, they didn't make updates to the squads and we're just left with the old squads. We need the new squads, and there are definitely people out there who would be willing to make the new squads on the game and be able to upload that, and we could all download that, and then we could have the new squads, kind of like they do in NBA, where you could download the rookie classes and the new trades and all of that. That would be amazing. Logos, so if you wanted to start your own team, someone could make a logo, maybe an old-fashioned logo, things like that. That personally would be amazing to have a logo creator in the game, and you could download other people's and upload your own logos and Guernseys. It'd be so much fun to make a Guernsey in the game. Have your own club strip, your own logo, everything, and you can fully deck out your own club. You can make your own club and play a career mode with them. Next, in-depth statistics, player ratings after every match. I want to see my team's statistics after every single game, what they've done throughout the season, how they match up to other teams, how my full forward matches up to, say, Gold Coast full forward, or how my centre-half back matches up to Geelong centre-half back. I want to see things like that. I want to see who's kicking the goals, who is racking up those possessions, who has the best disposal efficiency, who is really making an impact for my team, who should be dropped, who should be kept in the team, and yeah. Also, to do with this, I want to be able to see my VFL team stats, so I can call up some VFL players to my main squad, and I want to see how my VFL players are playing. So say if, I don't know, just an example, say if Todd Elton for Richmond is down in the VFL and he kicks 6 goals, we're obviously going to want to bring him into the main team for a game just to see how he goes, maybe put him on the bench. So I would see that and I'd go like, oh yeah, he deserves the call up. So I would try and have a conversation with him, as you can do through like text in every single game, and I'd say, hey, you know, I saw your game in the VFL and you were pivotal for us. You won us that game. I think you deserve a match for the main team in the AFL. And then he'd go like, whoa, coach, thank you so much for this opportunity. I won't let you down. How good would that be? You could just feel the AFL experience. Next, fair player ratings. We don't want Shane Kirsten being a 94 overall. We want realistic player ratings. So, if they can do that, that'd be good. Make the ratings mean something, because I feel in the other games they didn't really mean that much. But make the ratings mean something, like in FIFA and all the other games. Next up, realistic gameplay and results. We don't want to see, for example, Brisbane Lions beating Western Bulldogs, since they are the reigning premiers. We don't want to see them beating them by 200 points. We want to see them have a realistic game and have realistic results in our career mode, and just like we're playing and coaching in the real, or playing or coaching in the real AFL. Next, classical teams. So I want to play with Brisbane from the early noughts. I want to play with Richmond from the 1980 Grand Final team. I want to play with Collingwood from the 1920s. You can do that in Don Bradman. Why can't we do that in AFL? And this is something I believe should definitely, and they can definitely, implement this into the game. If they don't implement anything else that I've said on this list, this is something that they can definitely implement. Classical teams have their old logo, have fair player ratings, have their old players, their old roster, and you can play with them in a single match against, so maybe you could do classical Collingwood versus today's Collingwood. You could do I don't know, Gold Coast, their first season versus current Gold Coast. See how they match up together, see how the lists have changed, and see, how it runs out. And my last one that I have come up with is pre-order bonuses. Now, I want to see being able to I'm not sure if you're able to pre-order with AFL Live 2, but if you pre-order, you get some amazing bonuses. With some pre-orders these days, you get really good bonuses, like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, for example. You get a whole new game. I'm definitely not asking for that. I'm asking for, just anything that they can come up with to give us more, to give us back for waiting all these years for an AFL game and being the first to go out, need that game, pre-order it, and get it the day it comes out. That is what we want. I want bonuses. So, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you have, please smack a like button and subscribe. Make sure to share this video to make sure we can get all these features, if not some of these features, implemented in the game. Let me know what you'd like to see implemented in the game in the comments. And yeah, Cox Play is today. I think it's on in about an hour. So yeah. Anyway, I've been Kane. You've been the viewer. Until next time, peace. I'm running out of breath. Let's get it started.